So once again, a warm welcome at the digital platform of National Academy. Me Narendra Pandey, your principal. Today, sharing some information and knowledges regarding a very important topic that comes in our grammar, that is non-finites. This is meant for all of my students and even the lovers of those students, even the lovers of acquiring knowledge on grammar, English grammar. This topic is just going to be explained by me, that is non-finites. Verbs, according to their form, are divided into two groups. One is finite verbs and another is non-finite verbs. Finite means limited, means a thing which has its limitation, that is finite. So, going by this meaning, a non-finite verb is a verb, a finite verb is a verb which gets limited or controlled by different factors like its subject, subject's person and number, as well as tense of the verb itself. Means a finite verb is a verb which is limited by subjects, person and number, as well as tense of the verb, that is a finite verb. Today I have written non-finite verbs. Out of that, finite verbs first, we will take certain examples like I want to go, he wants to go, he wanted to go, he is a doctor, you are a doctor, they were doctors. If we will have a close look on these sentences, you will find that here the verb want is changing its form. It is want in the first sentence, then it is wants in the second one, and it is wanted in the third one. Why this form is getting changed? Why this verb is changing its form? Because it is getting limited by its subject. Here it is first person singular number, so it is want according to grammar. He wants, because we know the law, we know the regulation or guidelines by our grammar, that if the subject is third person singular number and the verb is in the simple present tense, we have to add s in the verb, s or yes in the verb. So following that regulation, following that guideline, here want takes s with it and it becomes wants. So it is changing its form. Similarly, it is in V2 form, he wanted to, past tense, he wanted to go. So it is changing its form. Similarly, it is here is, here it is are, and here it is where. Means here the verb is changing its form, being guided by its subjects, person, number and tense itself. So this is the story about finite verbs. But there is another kind of verb based on its form, that is non-finite verbs. Let us see how non-finite verbs are playing its role in making a sentence. Now it would be the non-finite verbs. Non-finite verbs. Once again, we may take the examples of those sentences which has been written earlier, and can be explained the same way. Okay, let us rewrite the same examples. I want to go. He wants to go. They wanted to go. Okay. As I have mentioned earlier that a finite verb changes its form based on its subjects, number and person and the tense of the verb itself. In the same sentences, you are finding another verbs here, go, go, that every time they are in the same form, every time they has been used in the same form, that is go, means they has been used in its base form V1, जिसे हम V1 भी कहते हैं, ये अपने बेस फॉर्म में ही इस्तेमाल हुए हैं. यद्यपि इन तीनों सेंटेंसेस में आप देख रहे हैं, आपको नज़र आएगा कि इन तीनों सेंटेंसेस में सब्जेक्ट फर्स्ट पर्सन है, थर्ड पर्सन है, थर्ड पर्सन प्लूरल नंबर है. सो वन वर्ब वांट इज चेंजिंग इट्स फॉर्म, but the another verb used in these sentences is constant in its form. It is not changing its form. Every time it is in its base form. So such type of verbs which don't change their forms, guided by or getting limited by. Okay. So I was talking that in these sentences, two verbs has been used, want and go. Want is changing its form, but go is not changing its form. It is constant in its form in every sentences, although there is a change in subjects, person and number, as well as a change in the verb of the tense. But a non-finite verb is a verb which remains unchanged, means they have no effect of its sentence, subjects, number, person and main verbs, tenses of the main verb. So this kind of verbs are called non-finite verbs. Non-finite verbs. Okay, we will find one important thing among it. I like reading stories. I should write some few things. I am writing few examples. Now I am writing some more examples of non-finite verbs. There you will find that it has no effect of its. For example, I like reading stories. For example, I like reading stories. Reading stories. Then he kept me waiting. He kept me waiting. He kept me waiting. My hobby is dancing. My hobby is dancing. Similarly, many more. These are some more kinds of non-finite verbs. I like reading stories. He kept me waiting. My hobby is dancing. In these sentences, reading, waiting, and dancing are also examples of non-finite verbs. For example, if we change the verbs person or number, there would not be any effect on the form of the verb reading. Suppose we change the subject I with we. We like reading stories. Even in that case, if we change the subject's number, फॉर एग्जाम्पल आई के बदले अगर हम इसका बहुवचन वी कर देते हैं, तब भी रीडिंग जो वर्ब है ये अपना रूप किसी तरह से नहीं बदलेगा. मीन्स ये जो वर्ब है यहाँ पे ये नॉन फाइनाइट वर्ब है और इसका अपने सब्जेक्ट के नंबर और पर्सन का कोई इफेक्ट नहीं आता है. इट वुड बी यूज्ड इन द सेम फॉर्म इट हैज़ बीन यूज्ड अर्लियर. ही केप्ट मी वेटिंग, अगर हम इसका भी चेंज कर देते हैं पर्सन या नंबर, जैसे पर्सन चेंज कर दिया, यू केप्ट मी वेटिंग, दे केप्ट मी वेटिंग, इन हालात में भी वेटिंग वुड बी यूज्ड इन द सेम फॉर्म. इट वुड नॉट मेक एनी चेंजेस इन इट्स फॉर्म. सिमिलरली माई हॉबी इज़ डांसिंग, अगर हम यहाँ भी कुछ चेंज करके देखें, माई के बदले देयर कर देते हैं, जो थर्ड पर्सन प्लूरल नंबर का सब्जेक्ट होगा, देयर हॉबी इज़ डांसिंग यहाँ आराम से हो जाएगा. यानी डांसिंग जो वर्ब है ये भी अपने रूप में किसी तरह का परिवर्तन नहीं करेगा. सो हियर द थ्री वर्ब्स रीडिंग, वेटिंग एंड डांसिंग are the examples of non-finite verbs. Similarly, there are many more. I will first would like to mention that non-finite verbs are divided in three parts. Non-finite verbs are divided in three parts, and that is infinitives, the second one is gerund, okay. So non-finite verbs are divided into three parts, and that is infinitives, gerund and participle. Once again I would like to recount the things for you, that we are studying finite verbs. That is the name of the chapter in your grammar. Finite verbs are the verbs which are guided or limited by the subject's number, person and its tense. It's tense of the verb itself. But non-finite verbs are the verbs which are not guided or limited by the subject's number, person or tense of the verb. So non-finite verbs are now divided into three parts. They are of three kinds, that is infinitives, gerund and participle. Infinitive verbs are the verbs which are always used in their base forms. अपने इन्फिनेटिव वर्ब्स वे वर्ब्स होते हैं जो वाक्य में अपने मूल रूप में यूज़ होते हैं, जिन्हें हम आज पॉपुलरली V1 भी कहते हैं. जैसे कोई भी वर्ब लें उसका बेस फॉर्म, जैसे गो, दैट इज़ द V1, यानी ये गो, वेंट, गॉन, तो V1 को हम मूल बेस फॉर्म ऑफ द वर्ब कहते हैं. सिमिलरली रीड, ईट एटसेट्रा. सो इन्फिनेटिव वर्ब्स आर द वर्ब्स which are used in their base form in the sentence, and they are usually preceded by to, and they are preceded by to. Then gerund are the verbs which are used as a noun in a sentence, although they are verbs in form. जीरंड वे वर्ब होते हैं जो आईएनजी फॉर्मेट में पाए जाते हैं, लेकिन वर्ब होने के बावजूद जब वाक्य में वो नाउन की तरह इस्तेमाल होते हैं, वो वैसे वर्ब्स को हम जीरंड कहते हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल, आपने पीछे मैंने लिखा हुआ था, ही केप्ट मी वेटिंग, माई हॉबी इज डांसिंग, आई एम फॉन्ड ऑफ स्विमिंग एटसेट्रा. इन दिस सेंटेंसेस you will find that these verbs which is used in ing format is working as a noun in the sentence. जैसे हम क्या बोलेंगे अगर इसका अनुवाद करें तो, my hobby is swimming, तैराकी मेरा शौक है. यानी स्विमिंग का यहाँ पे तैर रहा है या तैरना नहीं, उसको हम तैराकी कहेंगे. सिमिलरली दे आर फॉन्ड ऑफ डांसिंग, तो वे लोग नृत्य के शौकीन हैं. इस तरह के जो वर्ड्स आते हैं, ऑल दो दे आर वर्ब्स इन नेचर, आईएनजी एक वर्ब में ही लगता है, तो दे आर वर्ब्स इन नेचर बट दे आर गेटिंग यूज्ड एज अ नाउन इन अ सेंटेंस, दे आर कॉल्ड gerunds. Similarly, participles are the verbs which are used as an adjective in a sentence are called participles. Means, once again I will tell you that the verbs which are used as an adjective in a sentence are called participles. They are found in different forms. They are found in ing format, means V4. They are popularly also known as V4s. So they are found in ing format as well as V3 format. So participle are the verbs which are used as an adjective in a sentence. Those are called participles. Means verbs which are used as an adjective in a sentence are called participles. Okay. Or participle are the verbs which are used as an adjective in a sentence. For example, use boiled eggs. Here boiled, although the word boiled is a verb, but it is getting used as an adjective in this sentence because the word boiled is qualifying the another noun, qualifying eggs. What kind of eggs these are? They are boiled. So the term boiled is getting used here as an adjective, and that is called participle. Another examples, a burnt child dreads the fire. Means आग से जला हुआ बच्चा जो एक बार जल जाता है बच्चा, आग से जला हुआ बच्चा आग से डरता है. मीन्स जला हुआ बच्चा आग से डरता है. A burnt child dreads the fire. The police has recovered the kidnapped boy. Means पुलिस ने अपहृत बच्चे को बरामद कर लिया है. Kidnapped boy. Here the term kidnapped is qualifying the term boy. That's why it is working as an adjective in a sentence. So going by the definition that when a verb works as an adjective in a sentence is called a participle. So here kidnapped is a participle in the sentence. Similarly, I will tell you certain examples of participles which are used in ing format. For example, I found a singing bird in the garden. I listened a singing bird in the garden. Here singing bird, the word singing is telling something about the bird. That's why the term bird is working as an adjective in this sentence. So here the term singing is a participle. Going by the definition, a verb which works as an adjective in a sentence is called participle. So these are the examples of infinitives, gerund and participle. So today I will finish this lecture on this topic at this juncture, but once again I will come and will make another video explaining different kinds of infinitives, their uses, gerund and participle, and I will also mention you about the bare infinitives. Means there are certain infinitives which are not preceded by TO2. So thank you for the day. Happy reading.